best variety. Broadcasting live from our Radio World Magazine featured spectacular radio studios now. No.
1077 The Bronx or 1077thebronx.com. Winner of 2026 Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Media Awards, Best On-Air Pledge Drive for our first ever Radiothon, Best Giveaway for Wake Up Riders Morning Bagel Run and Jewelry Spree, and Best Station Poster by Jake Goebel for Scream Screen. This is the ConCast. Well, hello everybody. We are back today on this very April 9th. Man, oh man, these months have been flying by. I'll tell you, dude, like, honestly, I had a great Easter personally. You know, I hosted, which was kind of cool. Basically, there was a lot going on that day. A lot of beverages served, and you know, I actually got to try the spiked Gatorade for the first time, and that was actually really good. I really enjoyed that. That was a good drink. I thought that it was going to taste bad, but then I actually tasted it and I was like, wow, that is that's like amazing. Great taste and all. But you know, so how are you guys? How was your Easter? You know, I'd love to know, but, no, I'd say mine personally was pretty good. Had the family over. Everyone just kind of chilled and everything. My mom was making turkey, ham, you know, the whole like thing that you got, you know what I mean? We had the egg hunt last week. I believe it was last week as well. That was really fun as well. I had a great time. Got to hang out with my friends, got to see everybody come out and, you know, participate. And that was pretty awesome. So, I will say, like, it's been a great like holiday. I thought I had a lot of fun on Easter. I'd say like 10 out of 10. And you know what, like, something about it is, like, you know, it's when you get to host a holiday, it's so chill and relaxed because, you know, you don't have to worry about all that. Like, you don't have to worry about, oh, I gotta like get up at like 7 a.m, get ready for all this stuff, get ready to go and, you know, go to someone's house that's like 2 hours away, you know, something like that. You get up in the morning, you have all morning to set up, you have all morning to do whatever you want, and then everyone just starts flooding into the house, and it's crazy. But no, it is really fun. It was really fun. My cousin actually brought this game, Exploding Kittens, and that was very fun too. My little cousin was playing with us as well, and that was pretty awesome. So it was a chill holiday for the most part. You know, I was helping my mom out a lot, like left and right, just going crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, gotta get everything ready, gotta get everything up and ready to go. You know, we actually, I don't know if it was ours or I think we might have bought it. It was like this heat warmer thing for like warming food or whatever. So it was like a mat, and then it had a temperature thing on the side, kind of like a griddle, but like a yoga mat version, like if that makes sense. But no, I thought it, you know, we had a very fun holiday, and no, I think that this year's was definitely better than last year's. Last year's was calm. But I will say this, actually, why was it cold on Easter? Why is it cold in the spring right now? I've been waking up these last few days. It is not warm. It is so cold out, and it's like, you got to be kidding me. Like, why is the weather doing this? Why what's going on? What's going on with the earth? The earth was angry that day. They're like, no, man, we're not going to give you warm weather so you could do, you know, your Easter egg hunts outside with like your little cousins, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to make it super cold. So we had like an indoor Easter egg hunt, and that was really fun. We had like shiny eggs, and like those would have like money and stuff like that. And we like filled the other eggs with candies. Like, I felt like I was doing the egg hunt all over again. It was really fun though. But you know, definitely good to have the family around and everything. Everybody's chill. Now I got to see the other side of the family though at some point, probably this month somewhere, maybe in May, you know, after school's over, travel up to, you know, like the next state over and go to the hills and you know, go visit them. But yeah, so but going back to the spiked Gatorade, I couldn't believe how good it actually like tasted. I thought it was really good. Oop, there we go. So I guess I had to do a little adjustment there. I thought it was really good. I will say, like, I was surprised personally that it was that good. Like, I was like, dude, this tastes like fruit punch. Like, it genuinely tastes like fruit punch, and that was like amazing. That was amazing. It was so good, so good. But yeah, no, like we had a lot of festivities going on. It was very loud in the house. My dog, oh my gosh, Ozzy, he was tweaking the whole time because like there's so many people. His anxiety levels were like through the roof. Like he was so scared. I'd like pick him up so he wouldn't get stepped on, and like he would like try to like sleep in my arms because like he was just like terrified of the amount of people that were there. And I was like, dude, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. There's a lot of people. But yeah, no. So let's start off with we got a little like TV news here with not TV, more streaming service news. So Netflix orders to refund Italian users after court rules price increases unlawful. So yeah, Netflix, I believe I mentioned this last week, but Netflix is actually raising their prices again. I don't know why. I don't get the point. I feel like there's a lot of like companies doing this, like Sony, for example, raising the prices of the PS5. And then they blame it on like something that has nothing to do with it. Like clearly it's just like, it's just scapegoat. It's a scapegoat. I think that raising prices for certain things and then they use current events as like a scapegoat. That's like ridiculous. Unless it actually affects like gas prices, for example, like the whole Iran thing, like that affects it because they're blocking off like a passage to like it's like a global passage of gas or whatever, and they're blocking it off because of the war thing. So like, but why is Sony raising prices? Like that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we'll probably talk about that a little bit later too. But yeah, no. So yeah, Netflix, like I'm not even surprised because Netflix just had a huge, and I don't really get why they're, well actually they're probably doing it because they just, I don't know if I think Paramount won Warner Bros. I'm pretty sure. I don't think Netflix did. So yeah, again, like there's no purpose for a price increase. If they got the win on Warner Bros. And they bought that for, I think it was like 10 million or something like that, maybe more than that, 100 million. I'm pretty sure. Like, then I'd see why they raise prices because they need to like, make back that money, but they're not like, no, there's no reason to do it. You're just losing people, but it's good that, and that ruined your financials because now you have to refund everybody that, you kind of screwed over, specifically in Italy. But yeah, so that's always good. At least the users are getting refunds and doing stuff like that. But no, so here's like actually something really funny I found on Instagram the other day. I saw a video and it was this police dog, and they were training him. Like I don't know if he was a puppy or not. He might have been, but like they were training him to do CPR. So the officer in the video would walk towards the dog and then like collapse, and then the dog would have to like administer CPR. So literally like the dog went up to the dude and like tapped him with his paw like 3 times. And then what he did was he jumped onto the officer's like chest area like a bunch of times, and as like serving as CPR. That video was like really cool. Like it was kind of funny to watch because it was a dog literally hopping in the air. It was pretty funny. But I couldn't like, I was like, whoa, like this is like crazy. I didn't know they do this. Like that's like awesome. But hey, I mean I like how they're starting to up the like how many things like dog, like pets, your home pets do through police academies. Especially it's crazy to think that like you could really train your dog to be like a canine. And I find that really cool. My dog, he's little, he's a baby, but he's 8 years old, but he still acts like a baby. He can't be alone. He'll snap at you though. We have these things. I don't know if you guys ever tried this, or ever bought it. It's called a busy bone. It's basically, It's like this blue package with like a dog on the front. It has like this like weird looking bone on the front of it. And you give one of those to him, to my dog, dude is not like you have to watch him eat it. You have to watch him eat the busy bone or hide it. Like you either hide it and he like looks for it. It's like a game. He either looks for it or he'll sit there and watch you to make sure you're not going to take it. But he'll like bite you if you like reach your hand over or growl. And I find it so funny because I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, like you want me to watch you eat this busy bone, but you're not going to like I don't. It's like weird. It's weird, but no, I find it's just the weirdest thing. You know, some animals, they do some weird stuff. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, no, I thought the police dog thing was pretty cool. His name's Poncho. It was really cool for like a training drill. The way like he responded and stuff like that. So exciting news. Not so good news for people above, let me see, 75 or 75 and older. Not so good news for you guys, but good news for young drivers like me. People 75 and older now need to take another driver's test in the US. So let me see. There was a little like article thing about it. Let me just pull it up on my camera roll. Hold on. We almost there. Here we go. So breaking news. Congress has passed a bill requiring those over 75 years of age in the U.S. to take another driver's test. The goal of the bill is to ensure the safety of other drivers on the road and mitigate the risks that elderly people pose. Some are outraged by the new law while others completely agree. What do you think of this? Well, that was just like the end quote. But I think, you know, speaking of what do you think of this? I wonder what you guys think, but personally, if you're 70, like 75 is a pretty old age. Even 70 is a pretty old age. Like when you hit 70 years old, you're going into like the elder. You're becoming an elder. You know what I mean? Like 65 is like the pre-elder years, but then like 5 years later, you hit 70, you're an elderly person. You're just instantly considered that. But no, I think like once people hit 75, I think that is a good idea to make them take another driving test, because it's kind of like the amount of accidents that have happened because like whether it be the old person can't see because their eyesight got worse. Say like, I don't know, a cop tries to like pull them over, but they can't hear the sirens because they need hearing aids. But they tell themselves, I don't need hearing aids because I'm still young and free, even though you're 75. But no, I think this is a win for younger drivers, but it's a loss for older drivers. So I think, but I'm sure though, like if they pass this, which they probably will, I think that a lot of people are actually going to retake it and like lock in. Like I think the 75-year-olds are going to be like, instead of like respect your elders, it's going to be, I got to make sure that I'm still respectable type thing and it's still able to function in like society. So yeah, I honestly found it kind of funny, but you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with it. I think it's, again, a win for young drivers. There's a lot of old people on the road. Even I've experienced this where they're driving and they're like not going the speed limit. They'll go 5 under, 10 under. And I'm kind of just sitting there, especially as a New Jerseyan myself. I can't stand when that happens and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, dude, like, can you please like move? Like, please. Oh my gosh. Like I can't tell you how many times I got stuck in traffic because just some old people just don't want to drive. Like I've seen this too on my way home from like school. Like I'll see some like old dude driving and like there's like 10 cars behind him waiting to like go the speed limit and it's just slowly moving and it's like it's all this slow moving and it takes like a year. It's like this guy's like retired and he's gonna visit his grandkids and he's like, he doesn't know how to drive. Like I feel like once you hit that age, like you should definitely have someone driving you around for safety reasons. Like you don't want last thing we need is to die early, right? Not much early, but you know. Anyway, so here's something cool. Has to do with AI, you know, everyone's enemy for some reason. Guy named Matt Gallagher built a $1.8 billion company with just one employee and AI. That is insane. One employee and AI. Oh my gosh. It really shows anything is possible, genuinely. So let's see. Matthew Gallagher started coding at 12 and launched Medvi from home with just $20,000, gaining 300 users in month 1 and 1,000 more the next month. Excuse me. Crossing $400 million in year 1 with no VC funding, later hiring only his brother to run operations. AI handled coding, support, marketing, and workflows, while external partners supported infrastructure, proving that small teams can build massive companies, as highlighted by the New York Times and reinforced by Ahmad Masad, vision for future founders. So I will say that is pretty cool. That the fact that he made it possible. You know, hey, it could have been an experiment for all you know. You know what I mean? He might have been like, you know what, let's experiment with AI a little bit and let's see how far we could go with it. You know, I honestly find that really cool. AI can do a lot of things. And I remember hearing about something like they like the creator of like ChatGPT. I think it might have been ChatGPT or Copilot. I don't remember which one, but apparently they stopped the AI from telling you like health advice, because like people would literally ask like ChatGPT and all the and the AI itself like, hey, like, can you give me health advice? And it's like how do I lose like a few pounds, you know, something like that. And it's like, you shouldn't be asking an AI how to do that. There's so many YouTube videos. You got Sam Sulek, you got Malibu Fit Max, you have who else? I'm trying to, there's so many. The Trend Twins, you have Arnold, the whole documentary. There's a whole documentary on Arnold and what he did to get to where he is, like physically. You know, and how he got to the Terminator role probably. I never watched it myself, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's certain things that people ask AI and it's kind of like, dude, you could literally just look up a YouTube video. Like, yes, like ChatGPT is faster and Copilot is faster, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like I'd much rather watch a YouTube video than have to, you know, do all that, like do goofy stuff with like a whole, like, it's just like, to me, that's kind of like boring. It's kind of goofy. But other than that though, pretty cool what Matt Gallagher did. Shout out to him. So here in other news, a protein found in whales, speaking of working out, actually, a protein found in whales could help humans live up to 200 years. Wow. Let's see. Scientists have discovered that bowhead whales, some of the longest living animals on Earth, may hold clues to extending human lifespan. These whales can live for over 200 years while showing remarkable resistance to diseases like cancer. Recent research points to a powerful DNA repair protein called CIRBP, which helps fix serious genetic damage that normally leads to aging and disease. Whales produce this protein at much higher levels than humans, allowing their cells to maintain stability for decades. In lab studies, boosting this protein in other organisms improved DNA repair and extended lifespan, raising the possibility that similar mechanisms could one day be used in human medicine. While humans living to 200 remains theoretical, the discovery is giving scientists a new direction in understanding aging and how it might be slowed in the future. So that's actually really cool. That like that's like a thing. Like, I had no idea that protein thing is like insane. Imagine living for 200 years, like as a human. Like, imagine living 200 years and like seeing how the world like updates, like quite literally, like there's just like a new update every like 100 years. Like, imagine how crazy the world is going to be in 200 years, and imagine being able to live. I don't personally, you know. Obviously, I don't like the idea of death, right? But at the same time, I don't want to be living for 200 years. Like, think about how old you're going to be. Unless the protein itself keeps you young. But if it doesn't, like, and I can't walk around, I can't do what I want like I used to, like when I don't know, 50 years from now, I don't want to be living another 200. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be straight up crippled at that point and not able to walk or like anything. My bones are going to shatter on themselves. But, you know, so crazy news with science, but you know, we'll see how it works. Definitely. They're testing stuff. So here is something crazy that I read today. Because I used to work in the restaurant business like a year or two back. Here's something crazy to hear about. Gordon Ramsay opens a restaurant where employees are able to yell back at customers. So like the hostess can yell back, the waiters and waitresses can yell back. It's crazy. So let me read you guys this little caption here. At Gordon Ramsay's latest restaurant, the classic idea that the customer is always right is being pushed aside. Staff are encouraged to respond firmly when guests become disrespectful, giving employees more control in difficult situations. The approach reflects a wider shift in the hospitality industry, where protecting staff is becoming just as important as the guest experience. Instead of tolerating bad behavior, restaurants are starting to set clearer boundaries, changing how service interactions are handled. So, finally, after all this time, the customer may be wrong. The customer just may be wrong, guys. The customer may just be wrong. And you know what? I'm actually kind of happy about this, because there were times where I really just wanted to yell back at a customer, because, you know, when you got this guy who like is really old and expects the world to be given to him, no motivation to live, by the way, and waving their finger at you, like there are two fingers, like a peace sign kind of, and they're like, oh, like, come over here. Like, no. I'm a busser. I'm not a waiter. I'm a busser. Don't even. don't even. That got me tweaking, genuinely. I was like, dude, there's no way this guy's like serious right now. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, I have some crazy stories with that, but no, it's like actually insane how people treat waiters and waitresses. Like, it's just, guys, like, I get it, they're serving you, but like, come on, like, you don't gotta be like that, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, that time we're going to underwriting announcements. After the most successful excellent egg hunt in 1077 The Bronx history, we want to give a second Rider Bronc the opportunity to win a cruise to the Bahamas. And all you have to do to win it is make a sandwich. It's really that simple. So what are you waiting for? Get in the kitchen, get creative, and enter 1077 The Bronx Build the Ultimate Bronquage contest. Develop Ryder's new signature sandwich in your kitchen and reap the rewards. A Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 to the Bahamas. Oh, yeah. From Josh Harry Travel. Go to 1077thebronc.com/buildabronquage right now to enter your sandwich creation. The deadline to enter has been extended to Sunday, April 12th. So get those entries in. We'll be back with more of the ConCast after these underwriting announcements on your 3-time 2026 Intercollegiate Broadcasting Systems Media Award winner, 1077 The Bronc.
Do you wake up and feel like your mornings are just
There we go. Okay, so 1077 The Bronx has very exciting news. Our new video stream is officially live. Now you can listen to The Bronx on air, online, and on app now. Watch your favorite student shows live on The Bronx YouTube channel and Facebook at 1077 The Bronx, including What's Next Sports, Talk of the Town Sports, Bronx After Hours, The ConCast, Cliff Notes, and Wake Up Rider. Keep it tuned into The Bronx to listen to and watch your favorite student shows. Welcome back to the ConCast on your 5-time National Association of Broadcasters Marconi Radio Award nominated station 1077 The Bronx. Well, hello everybody. We are back for another segment. So let's talk about some, we got a lot of game news that has happened recently. A few news from last week that we didn't really get to, but that's all right. That's all right. We could include it into the mix, So, let me see here. So Borderlands 4, I believe I mentioned this last week, but we're going to re-mention it. Who cares, right? Borderlands 4 DLC got backlash for being $30 and takes 2 hours to complete. So I don't know about you guys, but when I pay $30 for something, I expect a good quality product. $30 is quite the amount of money. Yes, it may be under 100, it may be under 70, maybe under 60, but if you're paying $30 for something that you technically don't need but want because it looks fun, you should be getting the ultimate experience, in my opinion. I feel that games are very overpriced nowadays, and it's becoming like more so for wealthy people, like very wealthy, like rich, like Elon Musk rich, to be playing video games at this point, because like, why are we being charged $70 for a game that's probably gonna have low quality? I've been watching a few videos on stuff like this, and I gotta say, like, I really like can't believe how bad it is. Like, because they make excuses as to why certain games are, priced at the way they are, and it's like, come on. I mean, most of the time it's a stupid excuse, but sometimes it's a valid one. Like, hey, like, we need to pay our employees more, we're running out of money to do that. And like even Sony raising the PS5 prices, I think using a current event for PR is a ridiculous idea. I don't think, because that's not the reason they did that. It's because they've poured hundreds upon hundreds of millions of dollars into, I think it was 12 different studios, and like 6 of them got shut down because they just weren't making enough money. And that's the problem, because they were making low quality games that weren't like that. No one enjoyed, like not a lot of people enjoyed them. And so they were losing money. They lost a bunch of money, and they wasted all this money by putting in all these studios, and 6 of them shut down out of the 12. And so they lost hundreds of millions of dollars from that. Lots of layoffs. Like, yes, layoffs in a way are good because, you're making more money then, but at the same time, when it's for a stupid reason and the reason, and then you lie and say it's because of a current event, that's crazy. That is crazy. Personally, I can't believe like companies that are that greedy, they decide to lie to their fan base and say, hey, it's because of this current event that we needed to raise the price of the PS5. That's stupid. That has nothing to do with the price, especially for the parts. Like, you're not running. Are you running your PS5 off of gas? Do you need gas and oil to build your PS5? No, you don't. You literally just simply, unless it's like cleaning oil, which you can just buy yourself, as a customer. It's stupid how they were like, yeah, we're gonna raise the price, and what we're gonna do to like $800 to almost $1,000, and we are going to tell people that, hey, it's because of this war that we had to raise those prices. No, it's not. I don't know. They did it because those studios shut down, and Sony's losing so much money just because of that. They're losing a lot of money, and that is on them. They shouldn't be raising the prices, especially for customers who can't afford, a console. I feel that that's not right what they're doing. That's not right, because it's like, what is the person that wants to really buy that console? Like, Christmas, for example, Like, I don't think any parent is gonna, unless they have the money, obviously, unless they have the money, unless they, you know, they have a good job, they have a Christmas fund, you know what I mean? If they have like 1,000 laying around, you know, and use it on that, and so be it. But there's a lot of people who can't afford that. And so when their kid really, like when you have a son, personally, I have no experience with a son, but from what I heard from other parents is like, when you have a son or a daughter, when they want something, like you kind of have to get it, unless, you know, it's drugs and alcohol. Obviously, no. But like, if it's this like toy from like Target, like this Lego set from Target, it doesn't matter what price it is. Like, you have to buy it because you want to keep them satisfied and not upset for days and days, asking for it for days. Like, you don't want that. And I think, you know, I think it really is like terrible that these companies have become so greedy. I mean, I feel like now, like, you could say for Microsoft, you know, I don't think they've raised the price on their Xboxes. I don't think they did. But I don't like how the new Xbox is going to come out in like 1 or 2 years. It's going to be $800 to $1,200. I can't afford that personally for myself, because I usually buy things myself. Like, I'm probably not ever getting that Xbox, to be honest with you. Like, you may as well buy a PC, because you're able to install Steam and I guess like play Steam games on the Xbox itself. So I guess it's like the price of an Xbox plus a PC. And they, for some, it better, but if they're releasing that and they're making it $800 to $1,200, it better be a high quality product and not a product that's going to overheat and explode in an hour. I don't think that, you know, I don't think that a console or anything like that is supposed to be that high in price, because I feel like for consoles, like, it's like for like an Xbox and a PS5, those were the things that were like affordable for people who don't have crazy money to buy a PC. So consoles were like the alternative back then, especially like the 360 and the PS2, PS3 days. They made the prices it was more affordable than a PC. So you can't play every game that's on like a PC, but you could play games that were like popular on the PC at the time. So like Call of Duty, for example, you know, Watch Dogs, when that series was still going. But no, nowadays it's kind of like they're trying to make that, for some reason they think that it's a market shift and that it's like economic pressure. They have to make it $800 to $1,200, and if no one can, and it's also it is having like a ripple effect almost, because Nintendo Switch, there was actually news about for the Nintendo Switch 2, they might be let's see, what does this article say? Nintendo reportedly reducing Switch 2 production due to lower demand. So it's kind of turning into a ripple effect, because personally, I played my Nintendo. I had the first Nintendo Switch. I played it for a while. You know, I played I think it was Super Mario World, I'm pretty sure, with like the hat where it had like the eyes. That game was so fun. I really enjoyed that game. But then after that, I played like one Pokemon game, and then that was it. And then I stopped playing my Nintendo Switch. I played Super Smash Bros., all these other games too. And I was just like, all right, like, I'm kind of bored with this. I have an Xbox that I could play on, VR that I could play on. Like, I don't really have like a thing to play it. So it was kind of just collecting dust over time. So I see like if Nintendo did a thing where, because Nintendo is very old fashioned in their business methods, I think what they should have done is added rather than later, added games like Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that to the Switch, like almost first, aside from Nintendo games. Because I feel like adding it later, yes, I guess it raises popularity, but people have Red Dead Redemption on their 360 and it looks a lot better than it does on a Nintendo Switch. Not only that, the Nintendo Switch doesn't really have much storage. The one I bought, it had like 30 gigs, not even. So I was literally like deleting games, deleting storage, and making sure I had more storage, because they had like my Switch had no storage. Like I had it, like my brother got a Switch and he had to buy like a whole storage card, and that costs like $50. And I'm like, I at the time I was like probably like 16, and I was like, dude, I don't have the money. I don't have 50. I can't like just spend $50 like that. Like, I was working at the time, but at the same time, I was very big on like saving money. So I was like, I'm not dropping $50. You know what I mean? But my biggest purchase ever though throughout my life was my Xbox Series S. That was like $300. Yeah, 311. I think $311 total. And my brother got a different Xbox, the other one. And being that it wasn't, I don't think he got it used, but it was brand new and someone was selling it. And he found a seller that I guess was worth the price. It was like $650. Or like, it was either $650 or it was $530. Might have been $530. But that I knew it was going to get bad from there. Like I was like, dude, why does an Xbox cost this much? Like for storage, why is it like $200 more? I find that kind of stupid. Like if it's more storage, it should be like $30 to $50 more. Like for my Series S, I had to get a storage card and I dropped like $70 on this one storage card from Target. That's like a whole terabyte. Cause I had like 200 gig, or I don't think it goes by hundreds, but it was like 1 terabyte of storage. So I bought it. And then I bought, but before that, the one that I have now, I bought this other one. I almost got kind of scammed in a way where it would only would do the storage for like the Xbox One and not the Series S or X. So I was like, cause I asked the guy, like, what can I get like a storage card that like holds? So it was like 3 terabytes, but I couldn't put anything on it because it was an Xbox One, storage card. So I was like, ooh, that sucks. I just wasted so much money on this. And now, I was thinking of returning it, but without thinking, I threw out the receipt. So yeah, can't anymore. Can't return it now. So it's just sitting in my drawer, in my room. But I will say though, I think the greed of gaming in like the gaming industry has become so bad, and they're releasing poor products, and it's quite ridiculous. Like there's so many games that are so poorly made, and because here's the problem, and I obviously I don't mean to be, political or anything, like, cause that's not like part of my show, but I think it's really because they're trying to put their, they're trying to take social issues and put it into video games. And the point of video games, unless you're making a history game like World War II, Vietnam War, that's fine. Like Call of Duty World War II, love the campaign. It literally showed a POV of what it was like to be a World War II soldier on the American side. It really did a great job in doing that. Like that was like a battle. That was Battlefield's like competition for a bit. I'm sure of it. But no, a lot of new games today are, because I haven't bought a game probably since Ready or Not came out. But other than that, like a lot of games today take a lot of social issues and they put it into video games, and they think, for some reason, they think that will, oh yeah, like that's gonna get people to buy it, right? And then they price it at like 60s, probably like $80, $70. People buy the game, you look at the reviews, and it's garbage reviews all the way through. And the reason for that is because, especially with movies, and why a lot of movies with social issues flop. Like they do terrible. They spend millions and millions on this project, and they don't even make half of it back. It's because because the point of entertainment and the point of movies and the point of video games is to get away from real world issues for a little while, an hour, 2 hours. Like, so my movies are like an hour, 2 hours long, right? So putting real world issues into video games and movies, it makes people not want to watch it. And it's like, this was a terrible movie because this is what it was all about. And so I don't really, personally, like I don't watch a playthrough, but I watch a review of the game, and I trust that review. And when they say, oh, it had all this stuff about real world issues, like yada, 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 ba, 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 I'm like, no, I'm not playing that. I'm not spending my hard earned money, $70 on a game that has terrible storytelling, but tells the story of social issues. I don't like, I could go on a news station like ABC, NBC, Eyewitness News, and if I want to like look for social issues, I'll look there to tell me everything that's been going on, right? but like to games and everything, like I don't want to know something that I already know is happening. So it's like, or like what's going on in the world. Like history is different. History games are different. Like, you know, Call of Duty World War II, Black Ops Cold War was about the Cold War. Like that happened all long ago. So that's why it makes more sense to make a historical game, because that was part of like American history. But games today that have all these social issues, it's like most of them have terrible storytelling. Let me give you guys an example. I'd say like the new Saints Row. They did a whole new thing. Everyone was hyped about it, excited, ready for it. Like, cause like we haven't seen a Saints Row game. Oh, excuse me, Saints Row game in so many years. Like I played Saints Row 2 during last summer, and I loved that game. The jokes were hilarious. Like it wasn't like GTA, but like how like Rockstar Games, when they make their games, they will like make fun of brands. Like I think Cluckenbell was supposed to be like I don't know if it was supposed to be like a knockoff of like Los Pollos Hermanos from Breaking Bad, or it was supposed to be like KSC. Like I don't know if it was supposed to be the same thing in that adaptation, but they made it like an adaptation. It was kind of like funny to see that, right? And so like Saints Row had these like really funny names for each restaurant, but then all of a sudden this new game comes out and they take away some of those words because you know, I guess what they thought was that it'd be too offensive. Like I watched this guy review the trailer, and he said they took out everything that was about Saints Row. They took out, you know, the funny aspects of Saints Row. They took out like all this stuff because the story was hard. Like the story was terrible. The way it was made, it was like college kids that had to like clear off their debt to their college, and they live in like an apartment together, and like the acting, like I watched gameplay of it, the acting was cringy. They said like a bunch of words that were like a little kid would laugh at, and that game failed miserably. But you know, instead of like maturely saying, hey, I don't know if it was Volition or a different company, but they came out and like on Twitter and like started mocking the fan base and saying like, you know, oh, sucks to suck. Like you can't, you know, it's unfortunate. Like you're, you know, like, oops, you know, whatever. Like we don't care. Basically, they were showing that they don't care about the community and that they only care about their own message. So, and that game flopped. That I looked at every review. It was a 1 star each. Almost every single one got more 1 stars than 5 stars. And even the trailer, like the guy that I was watching it, he said it looks cartoonish, like it looks like Fortnite. Like the graphics on it look like Fortnite, and I was like, wow, like that is actually crazy. But yeah, no, I was very like upset because I was like, wow, I played Saints Row 2. I want to see the new game, and like I looked at it and I was like, okay, yeah, this is horrible. But that's what happens when you take out when there's a serious fan base, especially on a game that's been like a series for a long time. Like Saints Row. Saints Row's been out since like the early 2000s, I'm pretty sure. Like, if the one little mishap like that, one little thing where you change how the whole story works, everything like that, you're gonna screw up the game. The whole fan base is gonna hate you for it. And that's what they did. And you know, they tarnished the game. They changed how they like put no serious characters or like cool characters. Like, I think one of the guys' names was Johnny. I'm pretty sure one of my favorite characters because he was funny. Like he was funny, but he also had this really cool like aspect to him that was like really important to the story. And like the customization was really fun. But in this new Saints Row game, you just didn't get much of that. Even owning businesses and everything, it wasn't even remotely good. So it was really sad to see that. And it's just like modern games today are just getting ruined by stuff like that, like where people want to put their own, like the directors don't think about the fan base, they think about their preference. And like, yes, it's good to have a little bit of your own preference, but it's also bad to have too much of your preference, and then you'll mess up the entire game. And that's how it happens. And so yeah, that was like the end of Saints Row. The whole company got shut down, and like they didn't recover since. So, but anyway, that was me yapping about the Saints Row series. But now we're gonna go some underwriting. So it's not every day we get to be a hero. So we're giving you 2 days to be a hero to 3 people all at one time. Announcing 1077 The Bronx annual Spring for Life blood drive Wednesday and Thursday, April 8th and 9th in the BLC Cavallo Room. Everyone who attempts to donate blood will get a pair of tickets to a Trenton Thunder game or passes to Sky Zone in Hamilton. At the end of the drive, 2 lucky Bronx will each score a $100 Visa gift card for being our hero. To schedule your appointment to donate blood, go to our website at 1077thebronx.com/springforlife. We'll be back with more of the ConCast after these underwriting announcements. While you're waiting for the return of my show, follow the Bronx on Instagram at 1077thebronx and on TikTok at 1077thebronx WRRC.
Oh, it's so hot. I'm so hungry.
we've extended the deadline to enter 1077 The Bronx first ever Build the Ultimate Bronkwich contest. You now have until Sunday, April 12th, guys, to be the Bronc who creates Ryder's new signature sandwich to be served at Muller's Pub and on the Yo Cuz Yellow Food Trailer, and we'll send you and a guest on a Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 to the Bahamas, courtesy of Josh Harry Travel. However you slice it, this contest eats Bronx. Remember, the deadline to enter to win a cruise has been extended to Sunday, April 12th. Go to 1077thebronc.com/buildabronkwich to enter your sandwich. Welcome back to the ConCast on the Princeton Review's number 18 ranked best college radio station, 1077 The Bronc. Well, we are back, guys, and sadly, guys, it is the last segment. Oh man. Well, we have some movie news, or I wouldn't say movie news, but we got a little TV in there, stuff like that. So let's talk about the Harry Potter remake series. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure on HBO. I'm pretty sure it came out. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I didn't watch it yet, but it doesn't look too bad. I think they did a great job with the casting. I guess personally, like, I grew up with the original series, and I think it's pretty good. I think like maybe the new one might be good. As long as they follow the story and follow the books, it looks pretty good. I mean, a lot of people hate on Snape, but honestly, like, I get the whole thing. Oh, it doesn't like, it's not like a reminder of like how Snape used to be. But like at the same time, like, I mean, the guy got like death threats. That was terrible. I was like, dude, like that's like his job. Like he can't help that, right? Like that he's getting death threats over a job he has. That's ridiculous, right? I think that's a little far. I don't think people should be doing that. But I don't know if the show came out yet on HBO yet, but like I'm sure he'll do a great job, and I'm sure he's doing a great job. So prayers for him that he makes it through, and that the people who stop hating on him, he's only an actor at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I guarantee you this won't affect anybody in the next month. So it's like everyone's got to like calm down, so good news about the Batman Part 2. The Batman Part 2. Haven't talked about a DC themed topic in a minute. We talked about One Piece, Demon Slayer, all this other stuff, Jujutsu Kaisen, JJK, we talked about all that, but we have not talked about any DC stuff. I was like, dude, is there really not that much like DC comic news? Like, that's insane. But the Batman Part 2 will be in theaters, October 1st, 2027. And it begins filming begins, not writing, filming begins next week. Or technically this week, because I wrote that down last week. But I'm so hyped for this new Batman Part 2. Now, my fear, and I am sure they won't mess it up. My fear is that it turns out just as bad as the Joker 2. I hope to God that first off, it's probably not a musical, which is a good thing. But they better not mess this one up. They better not, because the first one was so good, just like the Joker. The first Joker movie was amazing, phenomenal, really like brings out, shout out to Joaquin Phoenix for his role in that. That was insane. Dude lost a massive amount of weight to the point where his spine was like showing. It was insane. Shout out to him. But I think even he admitted that the Joker 2 was horrible. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with the Joker 2. The problem with that was they made it so musical that it didn't have a plot. Like, they almost forgot the plot of the movie. And the ending was terrible. Like, the ending was absolute, like, it was terrible. They should have scrapped it from the start. The way he dies it's stupid. It's genuinely stupid. And I did kind of spoil the end because I'm trying to save people from seeing that movie. If you ever I don't know if you guys like do a free trial on a streaming service to watch it, if you plan to, don't Don't. Just look it up on YouTube and just watch the Clips channel, and you can watch the movie there. It's not worth spending the money. It's not worth getting the free trial to anything. Do not watch that movie. If you watch the Joker 1, do not watch the Joker 2. It'll just pretend the Joker 1 is the end of the series, and it'll move on to the next movie type thing. At some point, just pretend the Joker 2 doesn't exist. That movie was like, I don't think it was a mistake to have Lady Gaga in it, right? I don't think it was a mistake. I think she plays a good Harley Quinn, right? But I think the musical aspect totally messed up the entire, like what the Joker 2 was supposed to be about. I don't know what happened in directing. I don't know what happened in writing, but it was terrible. And so now I'm praying that they don't mess up the Batman 2. I don't know what they're going to do for that, right? But we're going to see a villain that we've never seen. So that's exciting. But I'm going to be so upset if they mess this one up, because I love the first one. I loved the first one. Great soundtrack. Fits like a menacing Batman, quiet, like very menacing, ready to go. Love the suit for it too. They cooked on that. Absolutely cooked on that. They can't mess this one up. If they do, I don't know what. I've lost all hope. But so we have a live action Assassin's Creed has begun filming. I played the first Assassin's Creed Chronicles, and then I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Those two games were D1 in the series by far. I love both of those games. Those games were so good. But I'm gonna have to save it for next week, because we gotta close out on the announcements. Sorry guys, but thank you for listening to yours truly on the ConCast. We'll be back next week on Thursday at, remember this guys, 3 to 4 p.m. Stay tuned for more of the biggest hits and the best variety on the Princeton Reviews number 18 best college radio station, 3-time 2026 IBS Media Award winner, and 5-time NAB Marconi Radio Award nominee for College Radio Station of the Year, 107.7 The Bronx.
107.7 The Bronx, WRRC-FM, Lawrenceville, New Jersey, implores you to run to your kitchen and grab your panini press. While you're busy listening to the biggest hits and best variety, you could be chefing it up. Could very well be bringing Mom's specialty sandwich to Bowler's Pub and Yo Cuz. Maybe even want to try something new, which might just land you as the creator of Rider University's new signature sandwich for the Build the Ultimate Bronkwich contest. You have from now to April 12th to enter. Regardless, you should go to 1077thebronx.com/buildabronkwich and learn